All right. So before we get our next speaker, who is a platinum sponsor, I just wanted to again thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to put on this event. Truly, guys, we're grateful for all your support. Without you guys, an event like this wouldn't be possible. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. And again, we've got Michael Cappa from Altona Painting that's going to share a little bit about him and his company. So if you guys can put your hands together for Michael Cappa.
Wow, all my fans came out to see me today. Thank you very much. Hey, did you bring a baby for me to sign? Huh? Did you bring a baby for me to sign? To sign, like a NASCAR race. Good morning, everyone. My name is Michael. I'm the owner of Altona Painting, and I promise you this will be more riveting than watching paint dry. So, Waleed already alluded to it, but who was at the Limitless event? Pretty much everyone. Wasn't that awesome? Getting some drinks, getting some nice photos. I felt like I had to really soak in that Limitless energy. So if you could go to the next slide. Oh, there's a clicker. Nice. Zing.
Doesn't work.
Oh. Zing again. There we go. So I was totally that kid at recess growing up. So another quick show of hands. Who loves it when your listings sell for over asking and you get rave reviews from your clients? Yeah, right. So I want to start with a quick story. I recently did a project with Ryan Huffman out of Coburg, and for those of you who don't know Ryan, like Michael Jordan is basketball and Michael Jackson is pop music. Ryan Huffman is Coburg real estate. So he got us to paint a townhome on the Danforth in preparation for sale, and there was lots of water damage, a lot of bold color choices that we had to neutralize. And when the house eventually sold, it sold for $275,000 over asking, and it had 8 offers on the property. So I just want to play this little video here. Which button? Play. I don't know if it's going to play. Oh.
One second, my laptop.
There we go.
What's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away. Girls like you look so pretty, yes you do. Times Square shines as bright as you.
So you saw the before and after there, right? It looked pretty dated and not very attractive, and then on the after, it looked very inviting and very saleable. So why was this a successful outcome? Well, Ryan's exact words were the painting and the staging really did it. Those two dynamic duos really go together well. But this was an example of a best case scenario where it was win-win-win. Ryan made a larger commission, his client made more money on the sale, and he provided a livelihood for all the sub-trades. There was my team, the cleaner, the photographer. So in an instance like this is best case scenario that we all strive for. So my goal for today is to presence you to the question of how strong is your team? How strong are your strategic partners that are representing you when you go in to get a house ready for sale or when you go to put an offer in for your buyers? And I also want to share how I can help you on the painting side of things. So a little bit about me. I run a residential and commercial painting business here, and we serve from Richmond Hill to Peterborough. We've been in business for 8 years. I've been painting for 13. And we do about 100 to 150 projects year over year. So suffice to say, we've painted hundreds of projects getting ready for sale or for people moving in. So I know things about stuff, and I even know stuff about things. So, what we do with the painting side of things is we help your buyers go from being semi-charmed to completely smitten. On the left, we got no magic happening and complete repellence. On the right side, we have definite magic happening and when can I put an offer in? So the impact of a high quality painting job really, a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So you don't, like a hot date, you don't get a second chance at a good first impression. In between the two photos here, which one's obviously going to give you a better first impression, right? This one's going to generate more competing offers, more interest. And another quick little story for you. Do you guys know Brandon Singh? Does that name ring a bell? Yeah. So a couple years ago, Brandon called me very frantically. He says, Michael, my handyman tried to do a bunch of paint touch-ups and they're all at eye level, and he just swooshed the brush over all these patches and they look terrible. Can you come in tomorrow and fix them? And I just so happened to be available the next day. So I sent the team in, and in one day, we got everything, all the walls re-rolled, everything looking sale ready, and the stager, cleaner, and photographer were all able to maintain their schedule, and the house got listed on the Friday as planned. We made Brandon look like a hero. I will never forget the smile on the homeowner's face when we left that day, and it's just testament to having a strong team behind you. So, this one I wanted to share with you as well, because we also do kitchen cabinet painting. So this project we did in 2023. This one sold for about 50 grand over asking. They did other work at the house too, but lots of positive feedback on the kitchen cabinets. So if your clients don't have time or budget to do a kitchen reno before they get the house ready for sale, painting the kitchen cabinets is a great second option. Now, I know a few years ago, the market was so hot that you could sell a doghouse to a dog. But my point still stands. Just like there are the 5 Ds of dodgeball, which in case you forgot are dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge. There's also the 3 Ds of accountability, which are deny, dismiss, and deflect. You do not want to align yourself with the wrong strategic partners that cannot be held accountable. If anything goes awry or anything needs touching up or fixing, my clients call me, like, we're there. It gets done, and I'm an extension of your reputation as well, right? So I take that very seriously. And no matter the market conditions, you need to have grit. See what I did there? Yeah. But it goes back to the basics. Like, jokes aside, I'm a business owner like you guys. I used to be on the tools all the time. Now I'm more so running the business, but I'm prospecting every day. I'm delivering flyers when we're done painting at a job. I do similar things with you, directing my assistants and people that help me run my business, right? So it's just like the basketball player practicing the free throws or the baseball player hitting off the tee. Cannot underscore the importance of getting back to the basics. So the other thing I want to mention is if you have the wrong strategic partners behind you, who gets stuck holding the bag? You do, right? Your clients don't see Sarah the cleaner, or Michael the painter, or Joe the plumber. They see you, right? Your strategic partners are an extension of you when they're at your client's house getting the place ready for sale. So another thing I wanted to mention is, like Jessica dug into a bit in her presentation, very shocking fact that 50% of Trev agents didn't sell a single house last year, and 40% sold 4 or less. So that means only 10% of agents are doing 5 or more transactions year over year. Now, there's many theories we can speculate as to why this is, and I'm sure there's evidence and data, but I'm going to make the argument that part of the reason is your reputation. Your reputation is priceless, and your time is way too valuable to be spent doing damage control. And the way you elevate your brand and get more callbacks and have a strong presence and be top of mind with your clients, part of that is the service you provide, right? And your strategic partners, like myself, like if I paint a whole house in a week, you got your cleaners in there the next day, your stager the following day, you get it listed in a week, week and a half. Your client's gonna remember that. They're gonna call you back for the next house 5 years later. So I also wanted to dig into why I'm here today. Part of the reason I'm here today is talking about your strategic partners. And these are your plumber, your painter, your cleaner, your mortgage broker, your lawyer, your home inspector, your video team, right? Like I said, these people are an extension of your brand, and they are you. So here's a $50 tip. You want a team of rock stars that make you look like a rock star, not a team of losers that make you look bad. You can't wear fishnet stockings and call yourself a catch. It doesn't work like that.
I'm gonna steal that, Marcus.
No one tells jokes at these things.
I'm just gonna put 20 in my presentation.
So, one of the standards that I set with my painters is that anytime I bring a new painter on site, I have a meeting right face to face with them in front of my entire team, and I tell them right to their face in front of everyone in earshot, if you do a bad job, I'm not calling you back. So public accountability is one of the strongest things that will light the fire under someone's butt to perform for you. And this is a really strong standard to hold with your strategic partners. We're human, we make mistakes. You know, in the past when I started working with realtors, I was still learning the biz, and you know, I made a couple of mistakes here and there, but people gave me a second chance. I'm very grateful for that. But you know, if people let you down time and time and time again, you know, swipe left, next, right? Your net worth is your net worth, and what your strategic partners are supposed to do to help you is give you and your clients peace of mind. They position you to be successful, they elevate your brand and your reputation, and they increase your revenue and your profits. So almost at the end here, before I wrap things up, I just wanted to get a quick couple testimonials of some of the people I've worked with before. Can I call on you real quick, my friend?
Yes, sir. What's up?
I worked with one of your buyers.
Yeah, so I would say that I had my client bought a home in Pickering. No, it was in Scarborough, and they told me that they were interviewing 2 people, and then they told me about yourself. That's where I met you, and then you were competing with another painter. So on the buyer revisit, it was awkward because my client brought in 2 painters to do an estimate at the same time. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Right? But I'm like, okay. I'm like, she's bold like that, right? I'm like, all right, cool. So then I saw them both walking around, and then I saw a big difference because by the time one guy was in and out in like what, 20 minutes?
Less.
Like less. He just walked around, my style actually, okay, cool, get $4,000 and walked out. But he went and measured every single room to a T. My wife used to be a painter as well, and my style was the other guy. Like, I painted 800 houses, so I get in the gist of what's going to be broken. He actually went around and took his entire time, so I knew the client was going to hire him because of her personality. And yeah, it was a great job. She loved it. She didn't complain, and she could do it. And she's a very tough client. Like,
Yes, she was tough. Yes.
Like, he was tough. So the fact that she didn't complain about him, like, he's amazing. So
And Tanya? Call him Tanya.
No pressure. I have to say, he's very good at difficult situations. This is me speaking personally. He painted my personal home for a very difficult situation and handled it extremely smoothly because there was a lot of tension in that house. And I will also say I'm very picky, and his team was incredible. Like, the walls were spectacular.
solid.
Thank you, I appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up in a big, beautiful bow. So what I did for you here is grab the QR code because I put together a scorecard. It's a 2-minute assessment, and what it is a assessment to help you figure out whether your team is serving you or not and where to make adjustments. The other quick call to action is I am over there. I'm university educated. I'm more than a pretty face. I do more than paint walls. Come talk to me at some point. We'll figure out how to build your roster and how I can help you on the painting side of things, okay? Thank you very much.